Okay, so for this problem 8.2 number 8, it starts with some factored terms here, and we want to kind of undo that by distributing and foiling through. So I tried to color code it here. I multiplied the 14 through to the x and the 14 through to the negative 4, and that's how I got the 14x minus 56. Then I also have to distribute through this negative sign. It's like it's a negative 1. So negative times x is negative x, negative times 2 is negative 2, equals on this other side. This is actually what foiling is. It stands for first, outside, inside, last. It's the opposite of factoring. So what we do is take the first two terms, x times x, and get x squared. Then we'll take the outside terms, x times negative 4, that'll give negative 4x. Inside terms, 2 times x gives us 2x, and the last terms, 2 times negative 4 gives us negative 8. Now the next step here is to combine like terms. So what I did here was I combined the 14x and the negative x to get 13x. I combined the negative 56 and the negative 2 to get negative 58. On this right side, I combined the negative 4x and the positive 2 to give negative 2x. Then my next step was to move everything to one side so that it's just equal to 0. So on the left side here, I subtracted 13x, and I added 58 from the left side, and also did it over here on the right side. Once I did that, I got 0 on the left side, and negative 2x plus negative 13x is negative 15x. Negative 8 plus 58 is 50. Last step is to factor it out again. And what you want to do is try to find two things that will multiply out to be positive 50, but those same two numbers have to add up to be negative 15. So some people like to write out all their options of 50. It could be 25 and 2. It could be 5 and 10. That's about all. So you look at all your options and see which one of these options, when you add them together, can give you a negative 15. And you also want to look at the negatives, I guess. Negative 25 and times negative 2 would also give you positive 50. Negative 5 times negative 10 would also give you positive 50. But when you add negative 5 and negative 10 together, you'll get the negative 15 that you want. So this is what we did when we factored. So you can check it by foiling it out again. X times x will give you the x squared. Negative 5 times negative 10 will give you the positive 50, and then when you do the inside and outsides, that'll give you negative 5x and negative 10x, which will give you the negative 15x. So you can always check it by foiling it back out. But once it's equal to 0, then we can just take the opposites here and say x will equal 5 and x will equal 10, because that's what will make this whole right side equal to 0. So that's our problem, 8.2, number 8.